already know you. I'm not gonna beg you to listen to me. You ain't got to worry about me wasting no more time on you.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
You must listen. What I'm about to tell you will change the course of history.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm not draining myself. And that's what y'all ass don't get. Cause
welcome back to season 2 of the Matrix Study Hall. Like and subscribe as you enter into the tribe. Welcome to my A1 Day Ones. I want to send so much love your way. I am Miss Oracle. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this segment. So I was requested to give my perspective on the shot. Now look, let me just give you a preface real quick, and that is I love being a melanated woman. I love being an indigenous woman, okay? And I love seeing our people represented in so many different forms of media. But I despise that our representation comes with a lot of shenanigans, comes with a lot of stereotypes and all of that. And although, you know, it is refreshing that we are finding a way in these spaces when it comes to media to put out different stories, to actually get work, okay? I'm all for that. But when you are within this matrix, there is no representation without the foolery, without the Blaxplotation. And so I'm not a hater, I'm just a messenger, and I cannot unsee what I see. So when it comes to this particular series, The Shy, now I've watched a couple of episodes within, I would think up to maybe season 3. And there's just so much that is tied into these storylines. As in most of these stories, it is the constant perpetuation of drug use, of dysfunction, of perversion, because that's one thing that they're really trying to put in our face. But all these things are so problematic to the point where it's in so many different forms of media that people think that it is the norm. And when it comes to The Shy, I think that the real problem that I see with this particular series, as well as others, because it's kind of like copy and paste at this point. A lot of these series are similar in the form of the type of stereotypical views that they put out here, as well as appealing to what other demographics see us as. Chaos, drug use, okay, read between the lines, all these things. And keeping in mind that when it comes to actually Chicago, the city, a lot of things has been perpetuated in the city already. And so they're really playing into these stereotypes heavily. And I think too, like, even when it comes to the visuals, when it comes to certain people that may have been very successful, like there's this couple on this series, and the male, I think his name is Luke, his real name is Luke. He is a very great singer, but maybe he wasn't, doing as well, wasn't profiting enough when it comes to his singing career. So he has shifted into acting. And I find it so irritating that alongside him is this transformer that is his significant other. And the mere fact that now we're in this day and age where they're normalizing this level of emasculation when it comes to men, it is such a problem, because when the youth are watching these things, they're beginning to think that this is somehow normal. It is so problematic on so many different levels. Like, when you are pretending to be a woman, okay, and then you have the youth watching this and thinking that this is okay, this is the recipe for further not only internalized hatred, internalized low self-esteem, but literally this is annihilation. This is what it is, because there's no, like, there is no foresight when it comes to these narratives that people try to put out here. And furthermore, when you actually look into the actual people that have created these series, a lot of these people are a part of the alphabet mafia. It is what it is. And it's really like sickening. Like even seeing them dressed in red, oftentimes there's a lot of symbolism that is put in these series, and it shows that this is a blood covenant. This is a sacrifice that they're making. So although we want to see our people doing well, making money, being able to support themselves, being able to contribute to their communities. At the same time, they are putting forth these narratives, because it's not just watching these films. When people are watching these things, they begin to align with the type of imagery that they're putting out here. Even when it comes to, I have a relative that is an actor on this series, and he was a villain in this. Now, very, very upstanding person and all that. But the mere fact that for him to make it in this industry, that he has to pretend to be a kidnapper, a villain, a rapist, it says a lot about how evil this industry is. Like, you really are sacrificing your soul, your lineage, your heritage, your culture in order to make it, in order to create film that people watch and a series that people watch. So I'm not saying that it doesn't have good aspects to it, but that's the problem. They are great actors and actresses, but in order for them to get the ratings, in order for them to get the following, it's like they have to perpetuate all this dysfunction, all this perversion. Because there was even a few episodes where I'm like, wow, they're really putting this out here like that. Like, they are trying to normalize perversion on a massive scale. And so many people are so inundated with this level of programming that they think that it's okay, and it's not okay. As somebody that has basically, one young adult and one that, he's almost a young adult. Like, it's real disturbing that to watch some of these things with them, it's so uncomfortable, because it's just like, dang. It used to be a time where some of these things, where something has a particular rating, you can be sure that you weren't going to see certain things. But now, what's the point of a rating scale? Because it's like anything goes. This is evident of the society that we live in. And although when it comes to what we're seeing in the form of this particular series, The Shy, like, even when it comes to, for instance, a lot of what we're seeing in the form of, people losing their lives and, all these deaths and things that are happening, I find it real interesting that the very things that people are watching, they're also acting out. To me, this is massive programming. And it's not harmless. It's not just mindless entertainment. It's not just harmless entertainment. People are being programmed to carry out these very things.